Hi folks, and welcome to the channel. In this video I'm going to talk about the Samsung Galaxy Book 2 that I've just purchased. It's a £700 worth laptop, so it sits right between the expensive and the cheap laptops. So I've decided to make a video, the reason being I couldn't find a single video on the specific model that I was purchasing. So just to be more specific about the product itself, it's the Samsung Galaxy Book 2. It comes with the Core i5 9th Gen Intel processor, and it also has 256 gigabytes of hard drive storage, and yeah, it also comes with some sort of iris graphics. So I'm going to talk about the build quality, I'm going to talk about the appearance, the looks of the laptop, and some good things about it, some bad things about it as well. And I'm going to talk about the battery life as well. So without further ado, let's look at the unboxing, and then I'll just show you the laptop straight away. That's a lot of packaging. Bloody hell. Some sort of something. Like a little envelope. I guess something that shows me what the content is. Yeah, that's a big box for an adapter. Well, that's a decent size adapter, isn't it? Super fast charging. Don't know if you can see that, but it's on there. It says super fast charging. It's kind of engraved into the charger. There you go. And it's USB-C to USB-C. And that's the main event. Right, okay, let me work things out. Okay, cool. Nice. Feels pretty heavy. Oh, that looks better, doesn't it? Right, so looks nice. Take a look. So let's talk about the laptop itself. First thing first, I'm going to talk about the Bootup process, which caught me by surprise a little bit. What it is, this laptop has like some sort of special feature which turns on the laptop as soon as you open the lid, so you don't press or look for a button. As a normal person, I opened the lid and I was trying to find the button, and the laptop started itself. So all you do is just lift it up, and it should start the boot up process. So once you've opened it, just leave it a few seconds and it should start the Bootup Process. There we go. So yeah, that's the new way of starting laptops, I guess. And it's, you know, it makes sense. There is a power button if you need to use that one, but it's not very advertised, if that makes sense. So it's kind of a blank plasticky looking button over there, which comes or gives an impression of a fingerprint sensor, to be honest. But there you go. So that's the boot up process. Once it's booted up, it's pretty quick, very fast. As you'll see, as soon as I enter the pin, it just shoots straight into the desktop with no delays or anything like that. So there we go. I've just entered the pin and it's just zoomed into the screen. Yeah, so it's a very quick laptop. The boot up process is very quick. Like I mentioned, there are some downsides to this. Personally, I do prefer a fingerprint sensor or a face ID unlock, and you get neither of those with this laptop. So all you get is the the traditional password unlock and the pin unlock, which is much more preferred over the password because it's easier to unlock. Yeah, and that's the downside of this laptop. You don't get any of those fancy features. But yeah, besides that, the laptop loading and booting up process is pretty quick. So let's look at, and overall functionality is pretty smooth as well. So it's pretty smooth as well. As you can see, the animations are quite nice and smooth. So yeah, let's look into the other features of the laptop. So the display in itself is really nice and smooth. Now, unfortunately, the camera doesn't do it justice. But in person, when you look at it, it's nice looking. It's vivid, definitely vivid. I guess that's what Samsung is quite famous for anyways. The color quality, the image qualities are really nice, especially with videos and stuff. It looks really nice when you're watching a video in full screen. So I'm just going to pick any random video. Right, I don't know if you can see that glare, but that's because of the camera. But without... I'm just going to hold it in an angle so it looks better on the camera. Anyways, that probably should give you a good idea of the video quality and the audio quality as well. It is loud, yeah, definitely loud. So there's nothing, yeah, the audio is pretty fine. It's obviously bottom firing speakers, but they're really nice and crisp and clear sound really. It does have something called Intel Iris X graphics. And yeah, to be fair, as I said, it's very good quality in terms of the display itself. So that's the display and video and sound. Right, so let's talk about the battery. The battery on this thing is good. It lasts me a day easily, and that too with the full use. Basically, I've been using it off and on for the last couple of weeks, and since then it's all fine. I've never had any problems where I was on low battery or anything like that. So I charge it once and I use it for the whole day and never had any problems. So obviously it depends on what you're doing with it as well. So if you're playing videos, I guess the whole day, it may probably run out a bit quicker. But for me, I use it for just the normal stuff, browsing the net and all sorts of things. But yeah, with regards to the battery, yeah, it is a long-lasting battery. Now it does have a feature called let me just find it. So settings. Yeah, there's a feature called battery protect or protect battery. Now if you enable this, which I would recommend you do, is basically as soon as the battery charges to 85%, the charging stops, and that's to protect your battery obviously from overcharging, I guess. And it kind of increases the battery lifespan. So it makes sense to turn it on. So I've got it on, so the minute it reaches 85%, because mine's normally plugged in pretty much all the time, unless I am testing it or doing something on it, and I need to move the laptop. Otherwise it's just plugged in most of the time. So yeah, that's recommended if you are going to have your laptop plugged in all the time like me. If not, you can switch it off, let it charge fully 100% if you're traveling. Now obviously if I was to travel, I would turn that off and charge my laptop to a full 100% before taking it with me. So yeah, that's the battery on it. So let's talk about the next stuff. So let's talk about one of the very important factor, and that's the price. So this laptop is currently being sold in the UK for £699 as I made this video, and this is in May 2022. But yeah, this is the current price in the market. You have various options to purchase it, like Samsung Finance and this and that. I've purchased it outright, which is like $699. I think you do have some 0% finance as well on it if you wanted to buy it that way. But because I was using some sort of the employee program thingy, I couldn't buy it off directly. I saved about 50 quid on it, but otherwise I couldn't buy it on finance if I was to use that feature. So anyway, the laptop is around £700, 699 or 700 even, and it's a good value for money. The quality of the laptop is really nice. It has got everything you need. It's going to last me for at least 4 or 5 years, I would have thought. So that's my expectancy, and I'm hoping that Samsung will support the operating system and everything on it. It is got this thing called Samsung Galaxy environment or whatever. If you've got an Android phone, well, not an Android actually, it's a Samsung phone, it all ties into the ecosystem like how Apple does, etc. Now personally I use an iPhone, but I also do have a work Samsung phone, so I can use that one, and it links pretty well. Things like Quick Share and Samsung Flow, that is one of the key things. I mean, Samsung Flow is really amazing on this. I did struggle using Samsung Flow on my work laptops, but when I use it on here, it's pretty much instant, so I don't get any disconnections or anything like that. So pretty good, handy features. Plus, I mean, my work phone I've put my personal stuff on it, so it's all links in, and it's really handy. But yeah, apart from that, I think the laptop is overall, I would rate it around, I don't know, say 8 to 8.5 out of 10. So it's really a nice laptop. I would recommend buying the laptop if you're interested in this. It's definitely not going to go away for at least 5 years, so I wouldn't have any problems with the updates, etc. And it's a Samsung product, so I do trust Samsung. So a lot of my other devices and home appliances are Samsung, and they've always been reliable. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much my view on this particular laptop. I hope this video helps someone make a decision, an informed decision on whether to buy this laptop or not. Yeah. But yeah, if you've got any questions or anything about the laptop, feel free to put it in the comment below, and hopefully I'll respond to you as soon as I can. Alright, thanks for watching the video. Have a good day.